Good afternoon, students. This is Arindam Bag here. So, in my last class, we have completed till line number 55 of Alfred Edition's Ulysses. Now, today we are going to end this. It's been a while we're actually dealing with this particular poetry. So, here it is, line number 56 to 64. Uh, so many annotations are there. You need to be careful about reading these things. Let me help you. Come, my friends, it is not too late to seek a newer world. You can see it's TI, it means it is. It's not too late to seek a newer world. Push off and sitting well in order's might. The sounding furrows for my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the belts of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles whom we knew. So the references we made here over here. So what he is asking his mariner friends, it is not too late to seek a newer world. So this is newer world. It wasn't like a trend. It was like a trend at that time because at that time the citizens of England, they were roaming all over the world. They were looking for new worlds. They were looking for new places. They were looking for new colony. So it was like a custom for them, or rather, it was like a way of life, to see the entire world, and they were spreading all over the world, a newer world. So, but in this case, Ulysses, his indomitable, adventurous mind is hard to tame by. So, what he is doing, he is actually asking his mariners, let us go and look forward and find a new world. Push off, push off, and sitting well in order's might. Push off means here is asking his mariner friends to row the oars so that the ship might move faster. Sitting well in order's might, and they should, while they use their oars to go forward. Oars means chidar, you know, and sitting well in order's might, the sounding furrows, so that they can cross the sounding furrows means the waves and the track which they leave behind the ship. They wants to go forward, and for that purpose they need to sit in a particular order, in a particular row, so that all the energy might be directed in a particular way. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset. Now, according to the Greek philosophy, according to the Greek ideology, they believed that the earth is a flat place and the sun sets on the west, but we know the sun never sets. It's a movement of the earth which looks like that the sun is setting down, but it is not setting down. So back in those days, people believe in a different theory, and that theory, according to that theory, earth is a flat place. So there should be an edge of the world. That's why he says, I want to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars. And it was believed that the stars which twinkles over our head, they regularly bath on that place. It was like they had done so many works throughout the day. Now it is their time to take a bath on the western side, and he wants to go to that direction until I die. That means till I die I will pursue this adventure. It is not like an adventure where people will stop, where people will say no, enough is enough, we won't continue. No, it is like this is like a never ending adventure, and he never wished to end it, and he wants to continue it till his death. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. Now, it may be that it may happen the entire ship might drown, all the people will drown, and they will die, and their dead body might be, wash washes down. It is imagine that ocean, they believe that ocean never holds anything, it gives back to the very world. So they expect that their body will wash down and they will come back to the shore. And here you can see the ocean was imagined as a river encompassing the earth, and on the west plunging down a vast chasm where was the entrance of Hades. They will be washed down to the Hades, entrance of Hades. It may be we shall touch the happy isles. The happy isles is like the paradise in the world. They believe that the islands of the blessed. It is a place where big time Greek heroes enjoyed perpetual summer after they died. It is like a, they believe that our heaven is not far from that place. Heaven is just in a distance, and they can reach there that place, though it's a long distance, but still it can be reached. And that particular place has been described as the happy isles, which is like a paradise, which is like heaven, where all the great peoples with great deeds finally reach there and see the great Achilles whom we knew. এবং and he's expecting to see the great Achilles with whom he fought along with him. Achilles was a colleague of Ulysses, and it was the idea of Ulysses, that Trojan horse through which finally Greeks invaded Troy. Now he wished that Achilles is already dead in the Trojan War, so he wished to see great Achilles in that happy isles. Now here we have something else also. We have some annotations. Let us see what we have in smite. Smite means strike it, most likely with oars. Yeah, I told you about it. And then purpose, intention, as in I intend to sail as far as I can. My purpose means I intend here. Destiny here, where another thing is to sail beyond the sunset. Destiny as in sailing is my purpose in life. His only purpose was sailing, and he wants to continue that. Now this one, furrows, means refers to the track of mark or mark made in the water by the ship. If you ever seen any ship like that, you will see there is a track behind it and it goes on. We can see the use of synecdoche in a newer world is standing in for a host of potential places he might visit. Newer world means not a new world, but the new places. Instead of saying that new places, it described a newer world. Metaphor, we have used, you can see the metaphor in the references like smite, furrows. Here we got here metaphor. It is like hitting or striking something that makes a sound of words actually. Dad power shabd. We can see metaphor, it is like beyond the known universe. Yes. So, and here we have, of all the western star, it is the place where the stars seem to plunge into the ocean. It is a body of water where the stars rest. Greeks believed it and surrounded the earth. So these are the all annotations we have here. Let us see if we have any explanation over here. Yes, Ulysses, as addressing his friends or mariners, he tells them that he has been telling us all along, it's never too late to go in search of new lands. Here, if furrow refers to the track or mark made in the water by the ship. I told you earlier that when the ship moves, there has been a track, like when we move on the land, there has been a track of our wheels. Same thing happens in the water also, because water is very much blue over there and very much still. He tells his sailor to smite or strike it, most likely with words. I explained it earlier. Purpose can mean two different things here. It can mean either destiny, as in sailing is my purpose in life, or it can mean intention, as in I intend to sail as far as I can. Then we have this, the baths of all the western stars refers to the place where the stars seem to plunge into the ocean, which the Greeks believed it surrounded the earth. To sail beyond the baths means Ulysses wants to sail really, really far away and beyond the horizon of the known universe until he dies. Happy Isles refers to the island of the blessed I told you about. This is like an earthly paradise. Greek heroes like Achilles enjoyed perpetual summer after they died. Ulysses realizes that he and his companions might die, but he is okay with that. If they die, they might even get to go to the happy isles and visit their old pal Achilles. So So this is going to be the last part of Ulysses. Though much is taken, so there is so much lost in the life, much abides, still there is so much remaining. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, now we are not so powerful right now, maybe when we used to be powerful in our old days, which moved earth and heaven. It is impossible to move earth and heaven, but it is a description which shows that how powerful they were, moved earth and heaven. That which we are. Yes, and we are proud of it, whatever we are, whatever we have done. It is a repetition we can see over here. One equal temper of heroic hearts. Yes, they are old, yeah, right now they are weak, but still they possess their one equal temper of heroic hearts. Made weak by time. Yes, obviously, we are all human beings. We will be weak by time and fate. No man cannot be strong forever, no matter who is it, no matter how great he is. Time will ultimately make him weak. Fate will make him weak. But here Ulysses accepts that he is weak, but strong in will. He is very hard, very determined he is, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. He is not going to give up. He is not going to say, well, let's call it a day. No, he will never say quit. We will strive. He says to strive, to seek. We'll look for things, to find out. We will discover things and not to yield. And we will not surrender. We will not say give up. Enough is enough. We are not going to move forward. No. Still we live. Still we will strive, seek, and find. And we'll never give up. If our life is there, we will definitely do whatever we are doing. So the interlines means we are strong because of our will to strive. Our will to strive is strong. So the lines which we have today, Ulysses yet again tells us that even though he and his sailors are old and don't have a lot of gas left in the tank, there's enough left to go a little farther. Yes, they realized that their time is about to be end. Abides is a word that means remains. Yes, still there are some remainings. These guys are a team with one heartbeat. They are old and broken, but still they have the will to seek out and face challenges without giving up. The phrase strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield means something like we are strong because of our will to strive, or our will to strive is strong. So, what are the themes we have? Fulfillment of life. Ulysses is not that kind of person who will be satisfied whatever he had achieved in his life. He is not going to spend his life with a kind of idle life. Yes, obviously, after the Trojan War, his life has been idle for him. Life is not just the accumulation of years, life's piled on life. You cannot say how long you live. That is not the quality of life. Quality is life is how you are living it. It is the accumulation of experiences and knowledge which come through hard work. Just sitting idly will not give you any experiences. Life void of action, a life without action and adventure leads to decay. It's like that. If you do not use the sword regularly, it is a saying, actually it is a saying that a word, a sword without the use will be, destroyed by rust. So same goes to the character also. So you don't want to pause, you don't want to make it an end. You do not want to say, rust unvarnished, not to shine in use. Ulysses keen on living life to full. Exploration of colonization. Yes, this poem is a piece of propaganda for imperialism. Yeah, they were actually, Tennyson was actually using this particular poetry for the purpose of imperialism. It was a propaganda. Some people describes it in this way. I consider them as this particular poetry very encouraging, very much active and full of energy. But the British, they use this for their own purpose. They go out and capture the whole world. Ulysses is a representative of the spirit of imperialism during the Victorian period. I told you at that time there was two kind of people who were actually visiting or roaming, loitering over the world, finding new places and trying to say, hey, this piece of land is mine. So it's kind of colonialism they had in their mind. No matter wherever they go, they create colonies. Ulysses' son, on the other hand, represents the other side of managing the vast empire, taming and subduing the savage nations under the British control. The poem glorifies the life battles and conquest. Ulysses persuades the mariners to continue the mission of conquering new territories to enlarge the empire and to fulfill Britain's obligation to rule and culture the rest of the world. So this is their ambition actually. It's a sometime the tone of the poem is elegiac. It is one of the many poems that Tennyson wrote in response to the death of his close friend Arthur Henry Hallam, or rather Arthur Hallam. The poem's reference to death as the end of a life full of adventures has biographical relevance. The poem also laments the end of a lifestyle, the life of the restless warrior and adventurer. I heartily thanks these people, these names actually. These are these people who created these visuals, wonderful visuals. They worked really hard. I'm very lucky to got this material, and I would like to thank these people. Their name, I am sorry, these names are, very. I guess. It's in a different language. The names are like excuse me for if I make any mistake in pronunciation, but I heartily congratulate them, and I'm thankful that they created this presentation and shared this over internet. Hande Osbake, Sevle Alkan, Kriyan Hazinda, Irem Pola Tidimai, Kubra Irtas, Abdullah Lekisis, Bursa Akbas. These are the people who originally created these visuals. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel and comment if you want to say something over here. And thank you again and goodbye.